Hi friends, Tracy.bish here, Stampin' Up demonstrator in Central Victoria, Australia. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. This one is a little bit late. This is actually Tracy's Sunday challenge for last week, which was the theme of tearing. I am really late. I actually created this card and created the video last week, but I just didn't get around to editing and voiceovering and putting the card up. So little bit on last week, but that's okay. We can be late, and I hope this inspires you to still join in Tracy's Sunday challenges, even if it does roll on to the new week. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm actually using the beautiful bokeh 6x6 paper. Now this is a retired DSP pack of 6x6. I just grabbed one out of my stash and I thought I'm going to use that because we're going to start using some of our older stuff as well as we're creating, because I have tons of it. And all I've done is I've just taken a scrap piece in that DSP pack and torn some really nice little strips down the side. The card base is basic white thick cardstock, and I've just thought I'll do 4 little strips here. I've not only torn the sides, but I've torn the tops and bottoms, and we haven't made them even either. Like some are longer than others, and I think that gives it a really nice effect. I've brought in my balmy blue ink here and my little blending brushes, and I'm just going to create a nice little background in the back. It was too stark white, so I wanted to sort of mellow it out a little bit. And just by adding a little bit of ink with some ink blending brushes, it's a great way of doing it. Now once I've popped these strips back on, I thought it still looks super plain. So we're going to bring in the stamp set that's part of June's Bikes and Blooms paper pumpkin kit. So if you got that one, good job. Hopefully you've seen some of my alternative cards, and I think this is like a bit of an alternative card for the kit as well. So if you do get paper pumpkin and you like alternative projects and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that, because each month I'm bringing you some great inspirational alternative cards and projects for each month's paper pumpkin. So I've just stamped that little bike that comes in that stamp set, and we're just going to fussy cut that out. Obviously I've used balmy blue because the whole card is inspired with balmy blue, and we're just going to fussy cut it really quickly out. So I knew that I wanted to use this stamp. I've only used it a couple of times in some projects with this month's kit, and because I did purchase that add-on die set that's part of the April, May and June's paper pumpkin kit, the what's it called, Wonderful Scenes dies, I want to incorporate that with the card as well. So I've stamped the wonderful sentiment out, and I've also, I haven't stamped it, I've die cut it out, and I've also die cut out some butterflies as well. And I've actually die cut in balmy blue and basic white. We're going to be adding those to the card, and because the card base still looks really quite plain, I thought we would bring in the butterfly stamps and just stamp that randomly in the background, and I really love how that turned out. It sort of gave that nice little interest without being too over the top as well. So I'm just going to secure those strips down with some tear and tape. Honestly, you could use liquid glue, use whatever you have in your stash. Tear and tape's sort of my go-to, and especially when doing videos, because I don't end up with white glue all over myself when I'm using the Tombow glue. So once we have those down, we're just going to layer up our little elements that we have there. I haven't stamped a sentiment yet, but I'm just grabbing some, this actually card comes together with lots of scraps, which I love when cards are using up some of your scraps, because I have lots of scraps and I'm sure you do too. So use what you have, and actually I used what I had on my craft desk just left over from other cards, so it worked out perfectly. But I'm using just a piece of basic white, and don't even think it was thick cardstock, it was just the regular basic white. We're going to stamp that sentiment down as well. So I layered up the larger butterfly out of the 3 butterflies in that die set. I layered up the balmy blue and the basic white one together, and by gluing them together with the mini glue dots, I was able to lift the wings up, so it had like that double effect of the butterfly, and it looks really, really good. So If you haven't tried that, please do, because that's super fun, especially adding 2 different colours. It really gives it a really nice effect. So I'm going to also add all these down. I think I used glue, yeah, I used mini glue dots for all of them just because I had them on my desk. Now these mini glue dots are so old. They are the old green boxed packaging ones, so they didn't work quite as well as I would have liked, but we're going to use them up, and it'll be fine. So here I've just stamped my sentiment that have a lovely day. That comes in the Bikes and Blooms paper pumpkin kit, and I really love how this turns up. We're just adding them all down. I am popping up that fussy cut bike as well. So this is, I think, one of the last videos using the Bikes and Blooms. I do have a couple more very simple cards which I'm working on for this week's Tracy Sunday challenge, and I'll bring those to you hopefully before the end of the week, but we never know what's going on. We have a bit going on, and you know, life is just moving along really fast, so that's just the way sometimes it goes. But if you would like to join in Tracy's Sunday challenge, you can create a card. So this week's challenge is actually just a simple card, but if you would like to still join in with the tearing, go ahead and share that card with us as well. Now Paper Pumpkin has just finished for the July purchase, so you can now subscribe to the August kit, and if you haven't, go ahead and do that, because Paper Pumpkin is so fun. I'm so enjoying doing alternative projects for you. I also do an unboxing once I get the kit, and we put together the 3 projects or however many projects Stampin' Up have designed for that kit, and then I will share with you some great alternatives as well. Now YouTube is full of Paper Pumpkin alternatives as well, so don't stick just with me. Go and search in what everyone else is creating. There's so many great ideas out there, and it's a great way of using that kit. You know, maybe you want 9 cards of the same design, but I love how using just a few scraps in your craft room, especially cardstock. We all have a lot of cardstock, and making some alternatives is so fun. So please, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, do that. If you are enjoying this video and you like this card using the tearing technique, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up also, and maybe share this video with your crafty friends and family. And yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this card. Maybe you'd make it in a different colour. Maybe you've got DSP in your stash that you think would work really well with this style of card as well. Let me know. Okay, so we're just finishing off those final touches. I could have brought in those silver brushed metallic butterflies that come in that kit, but I've left that out, and I really do want to add that wonderful die that we've die cut as well, so we've added that underneath that sentiment, and I really love how that turned out. Thank you very much for spending a bit of time with me today. I hope you've enjoyed today's card. Don't forget, subscribe, share, leave a comment, hit the thumbs up button, all those things. I so appreciate bringing these videos to you and you enjoying them by doing those few things, and it is a very easy way to support me without costing you anything, so I really do appreciate that. Alright, that is it for today. I hope to be back in another few days with some more crafty projects, so come back and join me for that. Until then, enjoy. Alright everyone, bye.